Well, we are here on August 20th, the year 2014, and I'm Marcia Virga Conrades interviewing my uncle, Walter Julius Treppler. He is one of my mom's little brothers.
That's right.
So, where did the Julius come from? Or do you know who you were named after?
Not for sure, but I think it was one of my uncles, supposedly.
On Gross Papa's
Which
side.
I didn't know. I don't know. No relatives.
Okay. And your birth date is?
July the 4th,
What year?
1923.
Okay. And you gave me your birth certificate.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you were born in the hospital or the home.
It doesn't say, does it?
No, I think not yours. I think back then they didn't tell everything.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I asked you, what did you call your parents?
Mama and Papa.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the full names of your brothers and sisters? And when were they born?
Oh, no. That I know when they were born, but it was Victoria Treppler.
Okay, her middle name was?
And then we had Arthur Treppler and Fern Treppler.
Uncle Art was born before you, though, right?
Yes, he was older than I.
Okay, and so was Vicky.
Yes, oh yes.
Okay. I had talked to you a little bit before about maybe stories your parents might have talked about. Let's start with Gross Papa's.
All he ever said that I know of is his dad came from a war or someplace in the town with a lot of money and known as the Turk, and that's all I know about him.
That's what I got from my mom, too. He was known as the Big Turk.
Yes.
And I have down that he was 6 feet 4 inches tall.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
yeah,
That's where Art's height came in. He was over 6 foot. I'm 5'8" and a half.
Well, you know, he was married before. His name was Anton Treppler. He was married before we're not sure of the first wife's name, and they were all born in Kosek, Hungary, and he had 4 sons and 2 daughters that we know of.
Okay.
But 3 of the sons were killed in World War I.
Oh.
And I don't know about the wife, but apparently his second wife, who was Gross Papa's mother, was Teresa Oswald, and she was 5 feet only.
5'2", my goodness. Okay.
So then Gross Papa was their only child, right?
Okay.
Okay. And I understand Gross Papa was not that tall of a man.
No, I don't think so. I really don't know because he died when I was 15, so I didn't really know him. Period. I don't know.
What did he look like?
Looked like a typical German. Well, I don't know.
Well, how so? What do you mean by that?
He was very strict looking.
Oh, really? Oh, very
yeah.
stern face.
I think he had very little hair too.
By then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Did he have blonde hair, blue eyes?
Don't know.
Oh, you don't remember that?
No.
Okay.
What kid would?
Yeah, I guess that would be hard if he died when you were 15.
Yeah.
You really don't get to know him too well. And he didn't... Did he talk about his mother ever? Gross Papa?
No, there wasn't much conversation. We weren't allowed to do much talking.
Really?
Just sit there and eat and don't say nothing.
So Papa looked very stern, and he was very stern.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What, I guess, how would you describe his personality beyond that?
You only talk to him when he talked to you. I don't think you had any conversation, that's all I know.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any that I know of. No.
Well, I'll wait till the clock's done. Well, that was probably rather typical for a lot of immigrant parents. Would you? Do you
I would
know?
say, yes. Yes.
Okay. What was Gross Mama like?
Well, I guess and always look after me, take care of me. On my side, I'm sure. That's about it. Was a typical German housewife. You did as your husband told you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, they were obviously not well-to-do. Do you know, kind of going back, anything about their surnames, Treppler and Stipsitz? Did they ever say, "Oh, this means"?
No.
Okay.
No. We weren't. I don't think we counted much as children, or in any conversation. It was they had their own little world, and we stayed out of it. That's all I know.
Do you know? Did they ever tell you the stories of how they came to America? What brought them?
Well, yes, they had to get away from being drafted into World War I, and that's why my dad came over here. And I don't know why my mother came over here, but I guess to get out of the war too. I guess so.
Well,
everybody wanted to go to America, and she went, and I think she was like 13 years old.
she was 15.
She was. Well, I thought she was 13. Anyway, she came out by herself, I understand. And I guess the St. Louis is because her sister was already here.
Well, relatives were here. I'm not sure.
Resitards.
Yes, because the only sister Gross Mama had
Was married out, yes.
was much older, and I
Yeah.
don't think particularly warm and friendly. You were talking about, we talked about a little bit before about Gross Mama's upbringing, and it is my understanding from Mom that Gross Mama was born either shortly after her father died or even before she was born.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's what I'd gotten from Mom.
All right.
And so her mother put her in the care of her much older sister, and
That's what it seemed like. That
Yeah.
she wasn't raised by her mother, to speak of.
no,
I think she was in a convent or something like that. I don't really know.
well, apparently Gross Mama's mother was a cook in Vienna
Yeah.
and worked at a big fancy restaurant. That's all I have.
Yeah, that's about all I know.
And
if then.
Then Gross Mama, this is what I know about her coming over, is that they wanted her to marry one of the boys in the village of Stenatz or a nearby village, and she didn't want to do that. And also, her mother said she could get her a job at this restaurant. And this is how Mom told the story. Gross Mama was standing in line with a letter of recommendation and decided she did not want to live this life.
Oh.
And she gave the letter to the girl in front of her, turned around and went home and said, I want to go to America.
Is that the way it went?
That's what Mom told me.
Oh.
And that Gross Mama had to borrow the money, $100 passage, from her mother and had to pay her back eventually. So, yeah, that's Mom apparently wasn't not real maternal.
No,
And
no.
came over with Franz Resetaritz,
Yeah, Frank.
who changed his name later to Frank Reiner.
That's exactly right.
And they came over because, I guess it was the same thing. France did not want to be drafted in, the wars
German
that
army,
were brewing.
Yeah.
And because she talks about going over the fields at night and, with the snow crunching beneath, and they tried to avoid official checkpoints.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't. Nobody ever said that to me.
Yeah,
But
well, I think
your
this
sister,
was
you
years
found out.
later. Mom
Okay.
talked to her, and
All right.
that they got passage, I think, from Nice, France, over to America, and it said they went through the New York port of entry.
Yeah,
So I would think that would have to be Staten Island.
absolutely.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that the only New York port of entry?
Right.
So I would imagine maybe if we looked her up in the rolls, they would be on there.
Someplace.
And also that they only had 2 sandwiches to eat on the 3 or 4 day train ride because
From New York to
yes,
St. Louis?
because France got swindled out of their money by somebody.
Of course.
Yes, and
Yeah, I'm sure they were
yeah, and
crooks
but
then.
they came to St. Louis, and I think there might have been already Resetaritz family
Yes,
here.
Yes.
But and then, do you know what Gross Mama did when she first got here? Before
No idea.
she worked as a cook and a maid in the houses of some of the wealthy families in St. Louis, because Mom said they liked to hire the Austrian girls because they knew how to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's what I know about Gross Mama.
Yeah.
And Gross Papa, I guess, leaving for the same reason, not to be drafted. And I guess, especially, I imagine if his father had, been in the army somewhere, he knew what war was like, and
Yeah.
would prefer not to have his.
Yeah, you don't want to get killed.
And so now Gross Papa had trained as a carpenter, right?
I thought it was a cabinet maker.
Yeah, I was going to say, or more specifically, a cabinet maker,
Oh, yes.
which means a higher degree of skill.
Yes.
So that's what he did, for a living, and that's what he did as long as you knew him.
Well,
How did the
I knew
family?
my dad was mostly out of work. And he would not go to work for the WPA, which is Roosevelt's way of getting people to work for minimum wage or whatever it was. But he was too proud to do that kind of work or get on what do you call welfare. So I think the family starved because he was too proud.
Oh, really?
That was my thinking.
Well, of course, you were born in 23, and the Great Depression started, only in 29. 28.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Making his wine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he got the money, but I know this, that he went to the market and bought maybe 100 baskets of grape. Took them down in the basement and crushed them with a machine and then put them in barrels and let them ferment and made wine. And he put this stuff in a barrel, and the way I saw it, when he ran out of wine is about the time he died. So, and he made whiskey as well.
Continually, you remember
At the same
growing up?
time, we had a coal burning stove and used to ferment the whiskey, whatever it was, it made whiskey out of. And had all the curtains drawn, and so nobody would look in there.
Was it during Prohibition?
And Frank Reiner, he had a tavern, and they tried, and he said, I can give you $5 for 5 gallons of whiskey. Please make me some whiskey. And they would not do it. Meantime, we didn't have any money.
Really? Now, what year was this? When you were very young?
I guess 35, 36.
So Prohibition,
37.
was Prohibition over?
No, it was not over. It was this guy had a speakeasy on in the county. And they all used to go to, it was like a tavern in his basement, so.
Do you know why he wouldn't make the whiskey for?
They didn't want to get thrown in jail.
Oh.
But why was Grosspapa so scared? What made him?
Well,
what was his former experience?
What happened? Why he was scared of the police? He used to walk. He used to walk along the railroad tracks. We lived on Blow Street. In the Blow Street is a railroad. And he used to walk and pick coals. It would juggle off the coal cars and pick that up and bring it home for our fire. Well, they thought he was climbing on the coal cars, throwing the coal off, walking back, picking up coal, and they threw him in jail.
Oh.
So I guess he got out of that. How he did, I don't know. But anyway, he was scared of the place, and as far as I know, he never wanted to get involved with it, and that's why he was going to take no chances of selling whiskey.
And say
Or
about
anything.
how much he could have been paid for that gallon of whiskey if he did.
$5 for a gallon of whiskey, which he did. He was afraid to do that, and they would not do it.
Wow. That would have been quite the chunk of change.
Holy cow, that's almost like a week's pay.
For 1 gallon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many gallons did he make at any one
About
time?
30 gallons of whiskey at a time that he kept for himself, which he drank. Never saw him drunk. Never did.
So he could hold his liquor, I guess, huh?
Oh, I didn't drink that much. Smoke cigarette, roll your own. I know it. Yeah, and my mother was always on his back.
For smoking or drinking
Smoking.
or both?
No, just smoking.
So you don't remember Gross Papa working as a cabinet maker?
No, there wasn't any. My mother got involved and helped a committed woman, Republican, and eventually he got on the school board making $60 a week.
Wow.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, we had money. Man, we were rich then. And then he ups and dies on us.
Oh.
And at the end of then we became poor. And my mother went to work for So Good Potato Chip Company. The guy's name was Peachy, making $13 a week. We dropped from $60 a week to $13 a week. We didn't eat well.
So you had to go to work at the Lay's Potato Chip Company?
So good.
So good. Okay.
So good, yeah.
Okay. I vaguely remember Mom talking about that.
It was on Grabois.
And wasn't it such a tough time that didn't they offer to adopt you at one time, Dad?
Because we were not making it. Fern and I was asked, did we want to be adopted by Peaches? And we said no and no and no.
So you and Aunt Fern were still at home.
Yeah, trying to go to school.
And
Yeah.
and who offered to adopt you?
Mr. Peachy,
Mr.
the owner of So Good Potato Chip Company.
And the owner, Mr. Peachy, just how it sounds.
I guess so. I don't.
Oh wow,
I never met him. That's it.
wow.
And from what I understand, that son-in-law took over, and then it went. I don't know what happened. Whatever it is.
How
Okay.
long did Gross Mama work for the So Good Potato
As far
Chip?
as I know, a couple of years.
Just a couple years?
As than I know,
Okay.
because then Art started up his scissor grinding business, and used to make $13 or $14 a week, grinding scissors and lawnmowers, and I went to work too, door to door.
Okay, well, before you get out of work, what is like your earliest memory from your childhood?
Cutting the grass with a push lawnmower and hauling coal. Coal from the coal yard with coal buckets, one hand or two hands of coal buckets, bringing it from the coal shed, which was like 50 feet, to the house and bringing it into the house. And then cutting the grass, that's about it.
How old were you?
Beats me.
Okay.
13, 14, 15, I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't 15, yeah, I guess 15 or maybe 16 by then.
Didn't
Okay.
you say those coal buckets were heavy?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fuller we made it, the less number of trips we had to go back and forth.
Who did the coal buckets? All of your kids?
Fern and I, Art was busy washing hotel walls, making money, bringing home about $6 or $7 a week.
What was Vicky doing?
She was already married.
Okay, but that couldn't be your earliest memory. At age 13?
Well, yeah, I fell off a cliff, and I had two fractured skulls.
When did you fall off a cliff? How old were you?
I guess about 8 or 9.
Really? What cliff?
Rockford Beach. I was afraid to go down this ladder off this cliff, so I wanted to go on the inside of the ladder because it's too scary on the outside of the ladder. And I slipped and fell, busted my skull, landed on the concrete, the rock,
Oh,
and I would have slid into the river, except I straddled a rock that was on his ledge.
oh my
My
God.
brother looked across the stream and said, "That looks like Walter." Went over there and picked me up and took me to the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
And what was
Yeah.
your diagnosis? Talk about that, Dad.
Well, from what they told me, I mean, I saw like 20 knobs, that's all I remember. And then I think while I was unconscious or whatever, well, this guy is not going to live very long. He won't get too old, so I never expected to get 20. I don't think they didn't think I'd live past 20.
They didn't think that you would make it and heal up even. They thought you were gonna die.
Oh
Oh,
my
yes. Oh,
what,
yeah.
what beach? Where's Rockaway Beach?
It's a resort place, picnic benches, and a swimming hole.
Do you know where? What is this?
someplace
The
in Missouri.
Merrimack?
Someplace.
Big river. It was a big river.
A big river, and
It was known as the Big River.
The big river.
the big river. And the family had gone down there to.
More than once, yeah. That was a place to go for the weekend or a day at the beach.
Hmm. How much older was Uncle Art than you?
About.
I guess about 6 years older.
6 years older. Okay, so there's a pretty big gap. There was Vicky and Art, and then you and Fern, kind of. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So, wow, I didn't realize that you took a dive off a cliff there.
Fell, yes.
Now, do you remember? I know Mom said that you all had chickens at home.
Yes, we did. And Art has some rabbits.
And let's see, the first house that you were born in, that was the one on Blow Street?
1011 Blow Street.
1011 Blow Street.
Yes.
Okay. Which, by the way, is gone now, I think, because of the highway.
Not because of the highway, because somebody else tore it down and put something else there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, a shopping center down there.
Oh, okay. And Mom said, at the time, I mean, St. Louis was just still expanding, that they even had a cow at one point. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Not when you, okay.
No,
It must have been earlier.
I guess it was.
Do you remember what the street was like? What Blow Street was like when you were growing up?
It was a gravel rock road, not maintained by the county or the city. It was. It was on. It was a rock, gravel road.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's
What
all.
were your neighbors? Do you remember them?
Some old people.
Old people? No other kids?
No, well, the Skaggs has moved in next door. They had a couple kids, but they moved back down in the country again, as far as I know. So the house was vacant.
Well, okay, well, did you play with anybody? What did you do for fun as a kid? Did you ever have playtime?
Not that I know of. There wasn't nothing I know.
Okay, you didn't play anything with your brothers or sister?
Yeah, we played hide and seek. That's about it. And tag. That's it.
Now wait a minute. I saw a picture of you out on a street with a little car. You were in a little car-like thing, or tricycle, or
that was here, I think.
Thing. No, you were a little bitty kid. It was either you or Uncle Art. Do you remember anything from that?
Well, while I was recovering from the shocks of my head, I think he pushed me around in something. It might have been that, but I thought it was a buggy.
Oh.
So I don't know.
How long did it take you to recover from that accident?
I don't think he's recovered yet.
I don't think I've recovered yet, like you said. I don't have no idea.
And talk about Uncle Art and what was one of your most favorite things
Well,
to play with?
I figured my brother was a genius.
Because?
He made a seesaw. I don't know where he got the wood, but he had a great big plank wood, a seesaw. It looked to me like 20-foot piece of wood. And he put a hole in the middle. He had a piece of concrete with a iron rod sticking through it. He drilled a hole in this peg and put this seesaw through that peg and made a merry-go-round with it. And how did we go on a merry-go-round? He had another rock that used to put on the other end so it would balance. I could go seesaw with it or go around in a circle on it, which I enjoyed tremendously.
Oh my gosh, he made that in the backyard?
Yes, he had that in the backyard.
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah, wow.
And he also made a chinny bar that he could swing all the way around just with his hands. He was that strong.
In other words, centrifugal force, his whole body would go all the way around
He
it.
made a complete circle.
Okay. Oh, you've heard
That's
this
strong.
before.
Like in gymnastics?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I used to be able to hang on that bar with my legs and swing on with my legs and release my legs and hit the ground.
And flip.
Be standing. Big deal.
Yeah, well, it is cool.
That was about it. Yeah.
The chickens that you kept, for eggs and I guess eating.
I don't remember too much of that, but I know that we had these rabbits. And Art raised these rabbits, and then we got hungry. We had to eat the rabbits. That was the end of that.
Oh, so he was eating them or raising them maybe to sell, but...
I don't know what he did. Anyway, he had them,
Okay.
and then we ate them.
Okay.
So there weren't no more rabbits.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the house on Blow Street, I guess that was the first one Grossmama and Grosspapa had after they got married? You don't
Yeah.
know? Okay.
That's all I know.
But can you describe it?
Well, there was a kitchen, which, and then there was a porch, step up.
Front porch?
No, back porch. Well, there was a front porch too. It was a 1-2 living room, a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen, and an add-on porch.
No bathroom.
There was a bath. Yes.
There was a bathroom.
Oh, there was a bathroom and a tub.
So you
no wash stand of any kind.
Okay, was there indoor plumbing?
It was indoor plumbing.
Okay, so you didn't have to go to an outhouse or anything?
No, didn't
Okay.
have it on it.
Okay, so you did have the toilet and,
Yeah,
but no wash stand?
no wash stand.
Okay.
Wasn't until I came back from the services that I found out you could have electric heater to heat the water. So I ran the pipes and bought an electric heater, and we had hot water for the first time.
Oh my goodness, so,
Otherwise, whenever we took a bath, we heated it on a cold stove and had dirty water.
oh,
We didn't always change baths.
oh my gosh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. So 1 bedroom. So where
Yes,
did
ma'am.
all the kids sleep?
Well, eventually we all moved out into the porch with no heat on it whatsoever.
You moved
It was
out
all window porch.
even in the winter you slept on the porch?
Yes, we did, because sometimes the glass didn't work, or the windows didn't work too good, and the snow was inside on the ledge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, why not in the living room even?
Oh, that's where my mother and father slept, in their bedroom.
Yeah, but
No living room. We didn't have a couch.
okay. So there wasn't a living room? Or was? I'm a little confused.
Well, somebody gave us a couch,
Okay.
and my dad bought a radio and made a cabinet for it. That's all I know.
Okay.
And
All
that,
right.
that became a living room.
I see. But you were all out. Now, what about when it was hot during the summer?
You just sweat.
Uh-huh. Did you
just
ever sleep outside?
No. No, not that I have. No.
Even though I think
Too many
like,
bugs.
oh, really? Okay. Now, because I read, especially during the Great Depression, I think even people would go and sleep in the parks and that. But you all never did?
No.
Okay. Huh. All right. So, what was school like for you? Where did you go to school, first of all?
About 4 blocks away, or 5 blocks. Blow school
Blow school, okay.
for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
9th grade, and 3 years at Cleveland High School.
All right. And so, what did you think of school?
I hated it.
Really?
I didn't like it.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess
So you just got through.
that's about it.
Uh-huh. It recess wasn't fun?
Well, yes, it was.
Okay. So
But
what
that was not the reason to go to school.
No, well, it's
Yes.
better than nothing.
Oh, no.
What didn't you like about it? School.
I don't know, just sitting there. I guess I didn't understand what they were talking about.
What did you like about school?
I didn't like school.
Not one thing?
Playing tag, playing softball.
Okay, so recess.
Yeah, before school and after school.
And didn't you get picked on, and wasn't there some bullies that picked on you?
Oh, yes. I was a little guy. And the Spaniards took over the county near the school. And these Spaniards were mean guys, and I became a slave to one of them.
What'd you have to do?
I had to open the door for him and let him go through the door.
Did you have to
And
pay him money ever?
if I had money, they would take it away. But I didn't have any money, so I didn't get nothing.
So did that...
Anyway, one summer I grew up. Evidently, I must have gained a foot or two, because I looked down at these Spaniards that were on my back, and I said, from now on, you open the door for me.
Huh.
I walk through. You open it for me, you lousy Spaniard.
And what was the reaction?
They opened the door.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yes, they
Well,
did.
how old were you when that happened?
I guess I've been 16, 17.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Huh. So how long did they bully you? A year? Longer?
Well, I guess when I was small, all the time,
Probably grade school, huh?
grade
Pretty
school.
much a grade school.
They didn't bully me after I grew up the 8th or 9th grade, no way.
Wow. So even in high school, did you do any kind of sports?
Well, I tried to. When I was hitting pins, I was working at the YMCA, setting pins for making about $6 or $7 a week. Wasn't bad. And then I tried to go out for football, and the coach named Faninga said, well, you're never going to make the A team because you never hear the 9th grade. I said, well, I couldn't become a 9th grade. I had to go to blow school. Regardless, you weren't here anyway, so you're never going to make it. And I said,
Oh my God.
well, if that's the case, I'm better than this guy and this guy and this guy. Forget it. I quit.
Oh my gosh.
And I quit football then. I told him off. As far as I was concerned.
No wonder you didn't like school.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because you didn't go there in 9th grade.
They wouldn't let me get on the A team.
Huh. That sounds very strange.
It sounds very much like school.
Narrow-minded as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, it sounds like just some kind of rule and we're
Yeah, he went by that.
Yeah, it's,
And I told him, so I told him, I made up for it, I told him off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what was your first job where you were paid?
Oh, setting up
The pins?
pins at the YMCA.
At the YMCA.
Uh-huh.
The YMCA had a bowling alley?
Yeah, they had two of them.
Oh,
And you didn't have a machine to help you. You had to set them on a pin. You had to reach over and set them on a pin.
So were you kind of like stuck up and hid behind there where the...
Yeah, you had to get up. There was no protection whatsoever.
Tell us all about the job. Tell us everything you can remember about the job.
Well, I know that you had to get up, your feet up out of the area where the pin hit in the back and the ball.
you'd learn to be agile, didn't you?
You lifted your feet up, way up, and got out of the way. And that's about the gist of that.
How long did you do that?
About 2 or 3 years, till I went to Cleveland High School. I just went to work at Ramco Piston Ring Company on Forest Park, making $30 a week.
This was after school?
Oh, while I was going to school, yeah, I had some extra credits, and I had about 3 classes at the high school.
So you only had 3 classes a day?
2 or 3 a day. Then I'd go to work till midnight and come home and get up and go to school.
And so where was it again that you worked? What was the name of it?
It was Ramco Piston Ring Company.
Ramco Piston Ring.
Yeah, they made, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I worked there,
And you made how much?
$30 to $35 a week.
Wow.
It was piecework.
Which means
Oh, well, you put on so much, and you got money for,
how many you
yeah, put
turned
out.
out?
Yeah. So there was a line of us. There was one guy that cut the slinkies. If you remember them slinkies? And that was the rings we cut. And we had supposed to gauge them in between them so that when it went into the cylinder of a car, the expansion would close up and be a good oil ring.
So you would help assemble the pistons then?
Well,
Kind
yeah,
of.
we put them together, put them in a pile, and yeah, I made some money. But then my mother wanted to learn how to. The war was coming on, and he wanted to learn how to be a aircraft mechanic. So I had to quit that.
So you quit the job?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
I had to go to school to learn all about the airplane engines and airplanes.
Let's see, did you graduate Cleveland?
Oh, yeah, I graduated too.
When did you graduate?
41.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 41.
June or January? Do you remember? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember exactly.
Okay, all right. And so the war was coming. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, 41 and 40. Yeah, 40 Japanese. Well, no, I went to I know I had to. I went to the air school, Rainier College, and learned about engines, and got a job down in Texas with this company, Rainier College. They had a flying school in Texas, and that's where we went down there. Supposedly
say
working on
we,
airplanes.
You mean we? Who do you mean?
Art and I,
Okay.
because we went through this Rainier College,
Together.
learn about engines and everything else, supposedly. Anyway, we did. And then they said, well, we need workers down there in Texas. So we packed up and went down to Texas and worked down there. And we put the airplanes on the flight line, and then the rest of the time we swept the hangars because it was full of dust of the airplanes taxiing around. So we pushed the rooms around for months, and I decided I'm not learning nothing, so I made applications to power companies and TWA in Kansas City, and I got an application, and they said, you can come to work for TWA. And then I went and told them Rainier College in Texas, they stubbed this lousy push brooming job. I'm leaving.
I see. Take
And
this job.
I
and
left.
I see.
They said you couldn't, and I said you can watch me, and I did.
What did Art stay there?
He stayed there.
Oh.
After I left, after I told him off, he no more had to push the broom and sweep anymore. He finally got to work on engines and airplanes and batteries and whatever.
Oh.
It changed better for him.
Oh. Well.
Yes.
So that was a good.
So I was out in Kansas City, working for TWA, and the war came along.
When you say the war came along, then
Japanese
bombed Pearl
yeah.
Harbor.
So I knew I was going to have to go, and I asked the pilots there, what would be the best training, the Air Force or the Army Air Force? He said,
Or the Navy.
the Navy would be a lot better. So that's why I took both tests, and the Navy called me And that's when I went in Lammerfield and went there. From there, learned to fly in Kentucky.
What did
in
you
the Navy.
wait? You learned to fly planes in
Murray,
Kentucky?
Kentucky, yes.
What kind of planes?
Cub airplanes.
What was that like, learning to fly? Scary at first or exhilarating from the get-go? Both.
Not necessarily. It was just something to do
Really?
that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to learn to fly. So it was, for me, it was easy. I thought it was.
Oh, it's something that came.
It's not hard to fly, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Well, I'd say you have an aptitude for it.
I guess.
And obviously, you weren't that afraid of heights anymore. Were you?
I never was. Well, no, I was, I guess.
After you fell off that ladder.
No, I wasn't afraid.
Oh, okay.
Hold on just a second. Now, you had early work stuff. Tell us about the trip that you took. All about it. The trip that you took with your brother and the buddies up to New York.
Oh.
Start from the beginning.
What year was
exactly
that?
what it was, about how old you were, or what year it was.
Well, I was 15,
Okay.
and Art, Eddie Simel, and I decided we were going to go up to the World's Fair, 1939 World's Fair in New York. So Art had this truck with a scissor grinding wheels in it, and he had me as Eddie going house to house trying to make money here in St. Louis, and said, well, let's go to New York, and house to house, we'll go there. So we went to Springfield, Illinois, stopped there overnight, and made some money. Ate.
Asking people, going door to door.
Yeah, we got the knives and scissors and whatnot sharpened, made money, and moved on. Finally, we ended up in Buffalo, New York. No depression up there as far as because people came out to the truck saying, "Hey, I got this knife to sharpen, I got this scissors to sharpen." We made $8, $10, $15, $20 that day. We were rich.
Wow, I guess
we were
so.
rich.
Now you were 15. This must have been during
I
summer
was 16.
vacation.
I was 16, and Art bought a cake, and we celebrated my 16th birthday somewheres, New York or wherever.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
So we went to the World's Fair.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, we looked at everything what was free, and I don't know, wasn't much, nothing impressive, as far as I was concerned. Anyway,
Okay.
we left there,
And where was the World's Fair held
New
that
York.
year? New York City. New York.
someplace,
Okay.
and on the sticks we got lost.
You got lost coming home?
Yeah, the trains quit running.
The train, but weren't you in he had a car, right?
We had a truck
truck?
out. We had a truck someplace out in the sticks. And whatever it was, we got.
You were trying to get back to the truck.
Yeah, and the train quit running, so we got harassed by the police. We're walking around.
You're trying to get back from the World's Fair to wherever you
yeah.
left your truck.
Yeah, we
Okay.
finally made it there.
Oh my goodness, you got harassed by the police for what they thought you might be.
What are you doing? Walking around.
No, what it was
Walking
like.
on the highway.
It was like 1 a.m.
Whatever, who knows? And we walked all night until we got there.
Oh my gosh.
Then we finally got in the truck. We said, let's go back home to St. Louis. So we got in the truck, started down. We didn't want to go back to Buffalo. We went down North Carolina, South Carolina. The further we got down there, the tougher it got to make a living.
Really? There was still a depression going on
Oh,
in the
them
South.
people didn't trust nothing.
Oh,
They wouldn't trust us with their knives or their
really?
nothing. No,
Oh my
they wouldn't.
goodness.
No, they didn't trust
You
nobody.
should have gone back through Buffalo.
Well, it's too late. We're down there with no money,
Oh.
so we're
So what states do you go through? North Carolina,
South Carolina, Tennessee,
Uh-huh.
and then
What highways did you drive? Do you remember? Little.
what, like 66 Highway 66. Highway 66, or thereabouts, something like that.
Uh-huh.
They weren't very good.
Yeah. Were they paved even?
Oh yeah, they were paved.
Okay, but
Oh, yeah.
twisty, turny, 2-lane things for the most
Yeah.
part. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell us about the reliability of the truck.
We had trouble with one of the axles driving of the wheel. The bolt came out and the wheel fell off.
Oh dear.
In the middle of the 7th Street, we had to jack it up, put it back on, put the pin back in. There was a pin to hold it together, and put a bolt on. Well, we had nothing but trouble from then on,
Oh.
all the way up and all the way back.
Oh, so that was even the first part of the trip.
That was the first trip.
Oh
Yeah,
boy. Uh-huh.
it was an old truck.
Mm-hmm. Is that when you first started working on autos and trucks?
One time, I think Art was driving the truck and going downhill, and he had it in gear, and the motor went so fast it busted out the side of the car, so we had to get and get a new motor, and he put it in there.
Mm-hmm. But did you learn, I guess, from working with Art?
No, he did most of the work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
So did you learn about working on engines from the schooling you got in the Navy, Air Force?
Nope.
Okay.
No, we were only pilots.
Right. So, well, maybe I'm jumping ahead. Because
Let's go back to the where you were.
I want to go back. Was there any more story about the scissor sharpening? Because I'd actually like to go back to the Great Depression. If you know,
Well, yeah, we came back, and
now this is the 1939. But at the beginning of the Great Depression, you just would have been about 5 years old, right? 5, 6, when it started.
well, 28.
Yeah.
28.
So you probably don't remember if life changed at all for the house.
Any better? No, it wasn't any better.
Well, no. You don't know how much worse it got, I guess.
No.
But you don't remember Gross Papa working, really.
No, he was always out of work.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he would.
Mom said that they had tried to start a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Oh, well, Merton was a brewer master. How they got mixed up with him, I don't know. But they had big plans. Went and gonna have this restaurant out in Clayton. Had it going. It was working and had beautiful working in a good shop. And the depression hit at City Hall, and they laid everybody off in Clayton.
Oh, so
No more customers. So we went broke.
That's what Mom had said, basically.
Yeah, she was a waitress at one time.
Yes, which she resented it because they pulled her out of school for a while, and she did not like that at all.
Yeah.
But it is unfortunate. It sounds like it was nice, but then the Depression hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or another one. I don't know why.
So
But that was the end of that.
yeah. So then, how did your family make money to live during the Depression? All the things you kids did.
We ate the rabbits.
Yeah. Well, that can only last a few weeks at the most.
Maybe a month or so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You,
I don't know how he made any money. Don't know.
wow.
I know he didn't work. He didn't have a job.
He must have done some odd jobs.
He must have
somewhere.
done something sometimes.
Yeah, because
Well, Art started bringing some money home. And maybe Vic gave some money too. I don't know.
yeah, I'd probably not, because Mom got married in the early part of the Depression, and they didn't have any money.
I know the Thanksgiving that Vic invited us with Jess and made a meatloaf breast like, and even had makeshift legs on it.
She shaped it like a turkey.
Yeah, she made it like a turkey. I was impressed. Yes, and we had a pretty good time.
Oh, that's good.
That was a good Thanksgiving.
You know, speaking of meals, what would Gross Mama cook most of the time?
A lot of soup. A lot of soup. Pancakes. Rolled in jelly and coffee.
Did you ever have any meat?
Or rabbits.
The rabbits and the chickens, probably. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't think we had much more than that. I know she did. She made liver, which I didn't like. And she made farina dumplings, soup. $5 soup bone. It was delicious, and I still like it today. But nobody knows how. Irene used to be able to make it, but nobody else makes it anymore.
Really? With a soup bone and farina dumplings?
Yeah, you had to mix the farina with egg or something, whatever. And you had to let it ferment before it became dumplings when you put it in a hot soup bone.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that an Austrian or Hungarian recipe? Do you have any idea? Or
No
just
idea.
what she made?
All I know was you had that with crackers or whatever. And that was it. That was a lot of that we had, and pancake. It was just plain on flat pancakes with butter and or jelly and coffee.
Okay. So you started drinking coffee as a young child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It was better than drinking skim milk. It's like chalk water. That's what skim milk is.
Yeah.
Oh, my Army experience. Let me tell you, this is how close I got to getting killed. I was on a baseball team. All the time we were supposed to be learning how to invade Japan. All right? And mine
101.
Mine was baseball.
So where were you stationed? Where was
Oh,
this?
in Germany over there someplace.
Learning how to evade Japan, but you're in Germany.
Yeah, because,
And
Yeah.
now you're with the Army.
yes, I'm in the Army.
Okay. As opposed to the Navy. Okay.
Yes. Well, I was on the shipping town of Le Havre, France, waiting to be boarded on a ship to invade Japan. And the best president there ever was Truman. He dropped a bomb, a couple on them stupid Japanese. They said, we quit. And my
Didn't
celebration
have to go.
was a bottle of wine that I had on the Havre in a pub tent.
Uh-huh.
The next day they had me on a boat, a truck, hauled me back into Germany. Someplace I have no idea because I never knew where I was.
Ah.
Anyway, I was then in Germany for until I got enough points to be shipped home.
Points?
Meantime, I was in charge of the quarry and in charge of the signs for the streets and whatnot in Germany. And
What quarry was this in Germany?
a rock quarry.
And it was operating?
Yeah, they had they had the Germans working there.
Oh, German prisoners of war? Or,
No, they're
civilians. Okay.
The war was over.
Okay.
So there they are working, and they're complaining they're not getting paid enough, and then they're telling me how much better they are soldiers than we are. Till I said, okay, let me show you something. Here's the rifle, shoot that 10 times over there. Well, I had my hand on my pistol, and if he'd have tried to shoot me, I'd have shot him first.
Oh,
Anyway, he didn't do that.
You felt that
Hey.
suspicious of him.
Oh, I didn't trust him. Anyway, they, evidently, the whole work crew must have been watching because he was trying to shoot that carbine rifle that I had. That's all I had, and my pistol. He was trying to shoot the tin can. Well, he couldn't shoot the tin can. I guess he was too nervous. And he wasn't evidently wasn't very good because he never did hit it. I said, let me have the gun. Let me show you something. I didn't even aim it. I put it on and shot in the hip. Shot that tin can up in the air.
Oh my God!
Came down again and shot it again. Shot it again. Then now there you go.
Oh my God!
They never said another word.
Oh.
They never complained to me how good they were. Nothing.
Wow.
They worked for 8 cents an hour, whatever they did. No more complaints from them Germans.
Oh my gosh! How did you get to be such a good shot?
I was good,
You were good.
period.
Well, Mom was a sharpshooter.
Yes, you were.
You guys that was something you were good at.
Yep.
Wow. Impressive, I must say.
Almost
an
got
American-
almost got myself killed. I had found a abandoned U.S. Army truck, and I went through it and found some guns in there, and I found some live ammo like hand grenades and
Oh.
smoke bombs and whatever. And while I was going up to the quarry, I thought, well, I'm going to throw this smoke bomb off to the side here. I want to see how much smoke it made. Well, it turned out to be a 1/4 pound of TNT.
Oh my gosh.
I thought the mountain was going to come down. It was so loud.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong go. Oh, good thing I didn't hold it in my hand, huh?
Wow. Holy cow.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes.
So that was the closest brush you had with death?
Yeah. About as close as you can, yeah.
Well, that's, I remember at Mom's 75th birthday party, you told a very funny story about how she sent you something while you were overseas.
Oh, yeah. I was in this house. We were guarding these prisoners. And I guess I must have said, send me some kind of something. I'm going to take me a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went and got this bathtub and filled it with water. And I thought that was putting bath water in,
Soap
it
bubbles.
was soap bubbles. And it turned out, later on they told me, that was whiskey in that bottle.
Oh.
I blew the wrong thing in there. I was sorry about that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because I think she said you had complained there's no good whiskey to drink.
Oh, no, because what was available is known as potato schnapps, or whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And it smelled like toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
You had to hold your nose and take the first drink. From then on, it was perfect. That's all you had.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
So how long were you in Europe at the end of the war?
It seemed like forever, probably just a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I made it nice and easy for myself. One of my friends from St. Louis said, hey, I said, you guys got any Jeeps? You're going home? Yeah, we got a Jeep, and I happen to have the distributor cap for it. Okay, let's go steal it. So we went over and stole it from the guy. He was gonna leave it there anyway.
Uh-huh.
So I had a Jeep from then on.
That's how you would get stuff. It just whatever you could scrounge.
Whatever the guys left behind.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I had nothing but time, and I went to a paint shop and painted this Jeep over the oil and dirt and everything else, and put the right numbers on it from the army that I was in the station.
Oh.
And it was perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
We had an inspection by a general one time, and we had all our ugly trucks and everything else around. There my Jeep sat there like a sore eye.
Because it was so clean and nice
Yeah,
looking?
and he said, who's the driver of this Jeep? I thought, now here I go to jail now. I stole the Jeep, and now they've caught me. I'm over. So I was a private then, and he said, this is the way I want all the rest of these trucks to look, just like this one here. You guys all fix them up. Sure enough. And then I was in good shape. Thank goodness I didn't go to jail.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, thank goodness.
And everybody, at that time, you hit so many points, you went home. And
How did you get points?
I don't know, because the years you're over there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The months you're over there. So
Okay, all right.
I was a long way from coming home. And the sergeant said, can we have the Jeep for my lieutenant? Can we have it when you go back to the States? I said, only if I don't have to get up in the morning, I don't have to work any details, no reveille, and I have my own room. We can do that.
Oh, my goodness.
So the lieutenant was always nice to me. The first sergeant was nice to me. They never bothered me. While these guys went to work at a bridge and getting themselves killed and whatnot, I was in my own room doing whatever I wanted to do.
Really, you didn't have any duty.
No
then?
duties.
Like the quarry days were.
I was
over.
accompanied by myself.
Your dad.
Nobody said nothing to me.
Oh my goodness! Because of your Jeep.
Yeah, and I had a lieutenant on my side.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That was the nice thing about it.
So when did you get to come home?
I don't know. They might have helped me get a little bit extra because I finally come home. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I got home finally.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now tell me about meeting Aunt Irene.
Well, I wanted to make $10,000 a year, my goal. And the only way I can do that is go to work at the government.
Oh.
Yes. And I went down there knowing all this flying experience, all about reading maps. I should be get promoted and make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to work there.
And so who'd you work for?
Aeronautical Chart Plant downtown, 12th Street.
Okay, that was part of the federal government.
Yeah.
Okay, the aeronautical.
After 6 months, I said, "Where's my raise?" They said, "You got to be here 8 months before you get a raise." I said, "I'll remember that." Meantime, my mother sold Blow Street, and we bought a 3-family flat on Huffmeister Street. Meantime, I went from $15 a month rent to $35 by buying an icebox and a stove and furnishing it. So she was making money and paid off I guess she bought it, paid for it. I don't know who paid for it. Anyway, it was done. And then Art decided to open up a airplane shop in Springfield, Illinois. And I thought I was a partner, but it wasn't. Anyway, I went to work there, and we bought airplanes and made about $3,000 on 3 airplanes. And it took, we bought more Twinnies and Cessnas. I fixed them up in Tennessee and flew them up to Springfield. We tried to figure them, sell them. Anyway, we sold them and got rid of them. And we broke even after 3 years. And I said, I'm not making any money here. I may as well go home and get me a good job. Working at the Aeronautical Chart Plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when
Yeah.
you started working
Yeah.
at the chart plant.
And I couldn't even get a raise in 6 months, so I said, I ain't gonna be here long. So Irene and meantime, we got married in
Well,
1950
how did you meet her?
at the Aeronautical Chart Plant.
Oh.
She was the one that took pictures.
Oh.
She took our photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I got to meet her, and
Uh-huh.
we ran around.
Yeah, sure. What did you do when you went on dates? Dance? Bowl?
Shows mostly.
Shows. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there wasn't much else to do. Didn't bowl. Anyway, where was I?
You had been talking about the chart plant. And then
Oh,
She took a picture.
and well, then, meantime, I had Art came back he sold his shop in Springfield, Illinois, and he came home, and we went to the stock car races out in Lakeville. And he said, "This sounds like fun." So he took my car and raced around.
did you let him take your car?
Oh yeah. I didn't-
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he just
Oh yeah. No.
poached it, you know.
And I said, "Go, go, go!" And he was hollering. He thought I was hollering something else and he slowed up. Anyway, he didn't win. But we said, hey, you get paid for doing this. Oh, let's do this. So we decided to buy some 37 boards.
Some what?
His money.
30
Using his money to buy some 34 boards.
Fords, okay.
34
Fords. And this year,
37 boards.
this is after the war.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like 1940.
Well, that was 50 already.
Okay, it was already 1950.
Yeah, Irene and I were married.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's when you discovered the stock cars, and it's a way to make money.
Yeah, meantime, I had bought a dump truck, and I was hauling gravel at the time, making money there, but
That was
breaking
your
even.
primary way to make money, was hauling gravel?
Trying to make some money.
Well, sure, everybody does.
Well, I didn't. By the time I wore the tires out on the truck, anything I saved went for tires. So I wasn't getting ahead. I decided, open a furniture store. Okay. We made money in the furniture store for a little bit, but it took a while. And I saw used cars. We worked on used cars, made some money. Not much. But I said, I'm not making it this way. I'm going to quit. But meantime, we were getting better at stock cars. I was making $300 a weekend racing stock. Walsh Stadium over on Oakland, Belleville, Illinois, Lake Hill in Valleyport.
Those were the circuit?
Yeah.
Those,
That's when we started making money.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and so what did you race?
37 Fords.
Always 37 Fords.
That's coupes.
Coupes, okay. And how long did you do that?
I guess about 4 or 5 years.
And how much often did you win?
I became the champion 2 years in a row. Yes. And I only have one jacket. Somebody stole the other jacket. So, but I made money. And meantime, enough money to pay off this house in 7 years.
Because of just the stock car racing.
Stock car racing,
wow.
yeah.
And didn't Irene do some racing too?
Yeah, we used to have $25 for the women to drive the stock cars. Please do not race. Just drive around. We make $25 per car. Well, we had 2 cars in. Fine. Until Irene decided she's going to race. And of course, she has to race in front of somebody and get turned over and mess my car up. Told her not to race, you did anyway.
She's competitive.
What do you mean turned over? What do you mean by that?
She cut in front of somebody and got turned over by the other guy.
Flipped upside down, huh?
Yes, she.
But she wasn't hurt?
Well, the seatbelt held you in.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she had seatbelts.
She told me she had a lot of bruises, which I never did see.
I think she was telling the truth. Most definitely. Well, I know Mom. You also got Mom, your sister.
Oh, yeah. That's one of them $25 deals again.
Yeah, Did Fern race too?
Yes.
That's what I thought she did. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How often did they do that?
Maybe once a month, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't very much.
Okay.
But it was something to show.
Sure. The money, what, do you split the money with them, I guess? Or?
No.
Oh.
No. I think we kept it all.
Oh, you didn't even give them any?
No.
You mean even when my mom climbed the wire and got the hot dog first?
I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, she told them about the one race where the winner, you weren't the winner till you climbed a pole and went hand over hand to a hot dog dangling in the middle of the wire and got the hot dog first.
I didn't know that.
Oh, selective amnesia.
Just clicked the money. That's all we were.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, and she also said she told that her name was to be announced as Vicky Torrey because Dad did not like the idea of her racing.
That's right. Vicky Torrey, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm. Because they put it in the paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also didn't think she should be racing around with having 4 kids.
No. No.
So.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
So that was our racing day.
Okay, so you
And
made enough money to pay off this house.
Yes, I did.
What made you move out to here?
It's the only one I could afford. It was a $10,500 GI Bill.
Oh.
It was $70 a month and no place to rent. So any place you would rent but $35 or $45.
Mm-hmm.
And with insurance and all that stuff, it came to $70. I figured in 10 years I'd have it paid off
Yeah.
instead of having rent. And that's why
Sure.
We
Well, that's
moved
very
here.
smart. Now,
Yeah.
how long, I know for many years, you had to support Gross Mama, or at least give her some money,
yeah.
especially after Gross Papa died.
Well, that was at 38.
Yeah, yeah. But, so, I mean, did you pretty much...
Well, she had this 3-family flat on Wachtel Avenue. She had her own income.
Oh, after...
It was off of our backs.
Once she got that flat.
Yeah,
Okay.
she got that interest or income.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when was it after that? Then she moved out to Baumgartner Road, that house along the Merrimack.
Well, that's the house that she wanted me to build for her. She liked the area.
Mm-hmm.
Said she loved it.
Mm-hmm. So you built that house?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Did you build any of the other houses right along there?
No. Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's gone. Somebody tore it down already.
No.
Yeah.
When?
Well,
Because I drive along there to go take my car to my car fixer guy.
I built for another guy. He wanted to live on Merrimack River, and that's where he lived.
Mm-hmm.
Rod, no. No, the concrete guys down there. The guys they
Fred
bought that lot. I saw them a vacant lot with a hole in it, and they bought the house there and tore it down, and then filled it all in. Now it's for sale. But it's a vacant. It was a hole where they could dump all their concrete mess, pipes and whatnot in, and they filled it all. So that worked out that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that...
And my mother moved out to one of Bill Kaufman's houses and sold that house.
The house along the Merrimack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she went to the one on Revis Road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but that was her last house.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right, so you built the one along Baumgartner.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you built houses too then. Okay, what happened after hauling gravel? And then you did stock car racing on the weekends, but what did you do during the week?
Worked on stock cars most of the time. In my truck, because you always had to do something with the truck. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I decided to get out of the furniture business and the used cars. So I did, and said, I'm going to go into real estate.
Ah.
And that's when Bill Kaufman and his buddies started up a new company known as Bevo Realty. There was 3 builders in there, and one guy knew real estate. And they said, come to work for us, you can make money. Well, I went to work for them. I went to the office, the phone wasn't hooked up yet. I said, I think I made another mistake in my life. Well, there ain't no, what kind of office is no telephone? How can you run a real estate office without a telephone?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, finally the telephone got there.
Thank goodness.
And then I'm working the telephone, nobody else is there. I was the only salesman now.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody called and said, I was looking at one family flat you have. Which one? Well, how many you got? I said, we got 4. I gave him the address of all 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
He came back with a contract for all 4. Well, Bill Kalman and Woody and some other, they accepted 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th guy said, no, that's too low. He wasn't going to sell at that price. So he sold 3 of them. I got a check commission of $900 the first month I worked there. I said, now, this is the word to make money.
Now you believe him that you can make some
Now I
money.
believe him.
Uh-huh.
From then on, I made money. I became the sales manager, and meantime, they're still building, and I'm drawing plans for them, getting the plans, finding the lots for them, finding the guys that dig the hole, and I'm running a business for them. Tell them which one I'm worried about, which one was ready. Pretty soon, I knew all the subcontractors. I knew where to get the permits. I drew plans up for them. I said, I can do this myself. So I tried to get a loan, and I went to every savings and loan that I knew. Not one would give me a building loan.
Really?
I had to go take one of the guys that worked at people that went broke. He spent too much money running around. Anyway, he was bankrupt, and I told him, I said, we'll be partners, but you have 3 strikes against you already. Do not write any bad checks, do anything wrong, because you're going to be out. I went down to the same as the loan. My partner here, his name is Bob Cochran. He used to build houses. Oh, yeah, we know Bob. Yeah, we'll give you a loan.
Oh, only when...
Just like that. I became a partner. I became I could borrow money now, and we built a house. Well, he wrote more bad checks, and Internal Revenue came into the office and said, Bob Cochran work here? Well, yeah, he's got an office here. Does he work here? Well, yeah. Okay. You owe us $500. I said, I don't owe it. We're going to shut you down. You can't open up your doors anymore. You got to pay this taxes. Me? Can I have an on-time payment? Cash.
Oh my goodness.
I wrote out a check. I said, Cochran, change the lock. You're gone.
Oh.
So I was on my own from then on.
Oh, okay. When was that? What year?
Oh.
How long were you partners, I guess?
Maybe 6 months.
Oh, wow. He really had a hard time writing bad checks.
He
Wow.
was done.
Wow.
He went
But
back
his
then.
name got you the loans.
Yes, he sure did.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
Huh.
A bankrupt guy.
Yeah.
Bad credit.
I don't know. Bankers are insane, I think, half the time. Wow. So is that pretty much what you did then?
From then on, I did my own lots. So got a partner named Menzel. We worked pretty good together. No matter what we did, we split the profits. Made money. Keep on making money.
So you were a developer too. You found lots,
Yes.
put in the infrastructure, and
Got the permit and watched them build it. And told them who to build and what to do.
now did you do any subdivisions around here?
No, all I did was separate lots.
Separate lots. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and all I did was a cleanup work. I cleaned up everything and did the manual labor around the building.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's what you did till
Oh,
Irene became a powerhouse in the Senate?
no, no. We a guy that worked in the county said, "Why don't we buy this lot across the street from where my mother is? We can get this thing cheap and make a trailer park out of it." Sounds like a good deal. So I bought it for $15,000, and he was paying the interest on it, and I was paying the other half in interest. Except the county said, "We're changing everything. No more quarries, no more parking lots, no more trailer carts."
Oh my.
He quit paying my interest and left me with it. I got stuck with the ground.
And where was this ground?
Baumgartner. Yeah.
Oh.
So I was stuck with the ground. And like Bill said, you know, you could probably $100,000. All you have to do is go to the bank and tell them this is worth $20,000, $200,000. You can borrow $1,000 and build what you want. And that's what I did.
Oh, really? And so what did you build there?
Bill come around again, and it helped me get it, building. Yeah.
So what did you build on that ground?
I built which I should have continued doing, a small electric shop. And I had $8,000 into it and borrowed $9,000. I was $1,000 ahead. I got to build 20 of them. But no, the lawyer, the banker said, "Well, you build a great big warehouse." Okay, I did that, and it was pretty good. I built it, and meantime I had it rented out, had it financed, and decided, well, I'll build another one right next door. So I built another one, and then some more rent control came in, shut down everything. Almost went broke. 9 months I took the construction money to pay on the other bill, on the other building. And,
Are those buildings still down there along Baumgartner?
Yeah.
It's kind of that little industrial area. Yeah.
Yeah, meantime, we'll put a road in, put sewers, water, and everything else.
Oh.
Anyway, that's what I got stuck with the houses with a warehouse and got one side rented, and I thought to myself, the Jews don't go broke taking a profit. So whatever I get for any one of these houses, warehouses down here, is a profit. So that's why I put them up for sale.
Okay, so you decided to sell.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
glad
I made
you did?
I made $100,000 and built another warehouse. And I gave him an option to buy within a year. And he was paying clockwork. I didn't really want him to buy it, but he said, I'm taking the option, I'm going to buy it. So I made another $100,000.
Yeah.
So I built one tilt-up concrete one, which I still have today.
The what concrete one?
The one that's there today, 26,000 square foot building.
It's on Baumgartner?
Yeah, it's paying for himself.
Oh,
I got it paid off, all the lot paid.
Uh-huh.
So all I have to do is come up with $30,000 per year for taxes.
No. That's all. Okay. Well, look, you know, it's getting kind of late. I am going to ask you, you know, if you could have had any other profession, what would you like to have done in your life? Or would you have had?
No, I never ever thought I could ever become a builder. Which, a salesman, I think I was a good enough salesman. I guess, I think the building is easier, much easier. And I don't know what I should have been, with Irene, I should have been a lobbyist. No, not a lobbyist. Yeah. What do you get? Yeah, you lobby, you get paid for that. I could have made more money as a lobbyist.
So, but
I
then
should
you
have
probably
been.
have to live in Jefferson City.
Oh, no more than Irene.
No, well.
No more. Same time.
So you kind of wish you would have done that, but.
Yes, I could have made.
But, you know, that would have
twice.
raised probably a lot of conflicts of interest while she was in office. Quite possibly.
Maybe so. Well, anyway, I could have made more money than building, I think. Maybe not.
Well, what,
But that was fun.
well, good.
Politics became fun is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, when you look back on your life, what do you feel are some of your biggest accomplishments?
Getting Irene elected to the House of Representatives because she did it on her own. She decided to become a senator, not me. I said, whoa, you're making the same money. Why take a chance? I want to be a senator. Okay. She won small time, barely won. But she won and she became a senator and did a good job.
Okay. Well, so you
that
helped
was
her
fun.
get elected. You feel that was a big accomplishment.
Yes. And yes, some of the laws she passed, like more toilets for women at the ballparks.
Potty parity.
Yes.
The Good Samaritan bill.
And earthquake-proofing buildings. Earthquake was the best one that I know of. Yeah, that in itself is a very good idea.
How Mom always said, and Dad said that it was kind of gross Mama who was very interested in politics.
Yes.
And so I guess, did you get that from her?
No, that was, we weren't treated right. Although my dad got a job on the school board because of the committee woman of the 12th Ward in the city of St. Louis.
Oh, I see. Okay, but it wasn't really from
No.
that. Okay.
No.
All right. What, kind of going back to Gross Mama and Gross Papa, what do you think you learned from them that was useful in your life?
Don't be poor. That's what I learned.
Because it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, how would you say the world is different now, in 2014, from ways when you were a child or a young man?
Well, all the time that I was raising children, there was always a job to be had. You could go out and find a job. In my lifetime, my dad couldn't find a job no matter what. There were no jobs. It was not. It was a different prosperity all the way around. Much better living. They had cars. They had money. I had money to give them whatever. And it was a lot easier living. Yeah, a lot easier.
Okay.
More fun.
So life certainly got better in America
It
after
sure
the
did.
Second World War.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Are there any downsides? Anything's worse now than when you were growing up or when you were, raising your family?
Do I mention North St. Louis?
No, let's talk in general terms.
The colored have degenerated back 20 years. They've set themselves back 20 years.
Did you know black people in the Army or
No.
growing up? Okay. Okay, so you don't really
I
get that.
never associated with them.
Okay. All right.
No.
Well, what are some of the most important things that you learned yourself about making a successful life? And what do you define as a successful life?
One of the books that I had everybody read, all the kids, is Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I use that as a salesman. And I think that is more something that is more important than anything I learned in schools.
What were his main points that you felt?
It was his book that I read.
Just everything. Okay.
The way he went about it.
Okay.
The way he learned how to talk with people. Yeah.
Okay.
That was, I guess, the most turning point in my whole life. Was that book.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. When did you read that?
Well, I have no idea, but I know I read it.
Okay. All right.
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
I don't know how come I got it, but I sure did.
And you
And it
felt
made an impression on me.
Wow. One more question.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you most want people to remember about you?
Nothing that I know.
Okay. All right. All right. Words of wisdom for your grandchildren and great-grandchildren to come?
Read that book on how to win friends and influence people.
Okay.
That would be, as far as I know, the most helpful thing.
Okay. All right.
And the latest one is on I don't know the name of it, but it's about angels that are around you, always watching out for you, taking care of you. Yeah.
And you should keep that in mind?
Well,
Because how does that make you feel to believe that?
well, I know it's a fact now, because Irene told me, leave her alone, she's having fun. Who else could tell me? She was dead already. And tell her, I wasn't going to go to the funeral parlor, I wasn't going to nowhere. And she told me, leave her alone, she's having fun. And that made me a believer. I know there's another life. In fact, I know that. Because of that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Uncle Walter.
All right.
Enjoy your beer.
Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you.